Hello everyone, H.G. Nelson here with Roy Slavin. We're saluting the role played by all those volunteers who work in community broadcasting. Roy, they're tremendous people. They're fit, lively, with that hint of lewd that you'd want in a broadcaster. I've got my hat off. I've got my pants off. How are you seeing it today?
Yes, I agree with you, actually. I'm a bit over the bonnet for them. I've loved community radio, as you well know, when I first started with a crystal set with Lithgow FM. And there were only one listener, i.e. me. There was only one broadcaster, i.e. me. But I was volunteering. I was putting my hand up. Sure, it was a humble beginning, but it gave me a start.
Thanks very much for that, Roy. And all volunteers, stand up, pat yourself on the back, and be proud of your role in community broadcasting. And keep at it!
Become a member or subscriber of 979 FM today by phoning 9747 0450 during business hours or phone 9747 8500 after hours. Support 979 FM today.
You're listening to a community radio station. There are over 350 community radio stations just like this one across Australia, helping to form this country's largest media sector. Community radio is not-for-profit, owned and operated by your community, for your community. It's fuelled by the enthusiasm of more than 20,000 volunteers, providing $145 million a year in working hours. More than 8,000 people receive training in broadcast skills and other areas at community radio stations each year. Community radio is committed to providing access to the airwaves for people just like you. If you support community-owned and operated media, support this station by subscribing. Community Radio, a voice for your community. For more information on community broadcasting, contact this station or go to www.cbonline.org.au.
Where sounds soar to new heights.
From classical to pop, reggae to hard rock, with country blues and easy to religion, sport and news for you. So stay with us and you'll be fine. Keep your dial locked to 979 FM all the time.
So stop the pigeon, 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 stop the pigeon. Nab him, jab him, tab him, grab him, and stop that pigeon now!
Welcome back to Pigeon Radio here on 979 FM, and you can catch Pigeon Radio here on 979 FM every Sunday from 6:30 a.m. Mr. Capel, Ray, let's go over to our guest, and you can do the honours and introduce.
Yes, our guest today, I put him down as one of the masters of the game. You've only got to look at his credentials, the results that he's had over from 1962 right through to now, numerous Federation positions, starting off in 62, as I said before, 11th in the Mathaura Federation race for the hospital. That was just one of his minor Federation positions. Up until then, you didn't see much of him until 1977. Then look at the record. First Fed, 1977. First Fed, 1979, Tokemore. 1982, Mildura. 1984, Springhurst. 1986, Hay Derby. 1986, Hillston. 1989, Witchy Proof. 1990, Violet Town. 1992, Hay. 1993, Mount Hope Produce. 1995, Witchy Proof. 1997, 4 in a row here, Kyabram. 1997, Hay Derby. 97 again, Hay again. 97, Mount Hope Produce. Then you go to 2000, Hillston. 201, Mildura. 201, Mildura. And then again, 4 in a row again. I don't think it's ever been done in the VHA for one flyer to win 4 feds in the same year. And John's done this 2 years, in two occasions. 97 and 04, with an 04 at Corran Vale, 04 Witchy Proof, 04 Sea Lake, and 04 Renmark. It just speaks for itself, and it's, I suppose, a little bit of sadness to for us to do this sort of interview today when we know that this would probably be John's last time as far as talking on pigeons when in a volume, but I know he'd talk to anyone that buys his birds. And good morning, John. How are you, mate?
All right, thank you.
What an impressive result sheet, mate. It just speaks for itself. I remember when I raced against you down at Spring Vale, I happened to get a third fed one day and you got fourth, and you said to me, well, there's always next week. And I think you got up and was second fed the following week. just speaks for itself. A master. I call you the master blaster, and it has to be that from right through.
I think you're too kind.
No, it's great, mate. I suppose you've been asked this question by everyone that comes in. How, when, and how did you? What made you get into the birds?
Well, I was about 6-year-old in Holland.
Yeah, I've seen a photo of that in the book that John Cable
during
did.
the war, actually. We
Yeah.
weren't supposed to have it.
No, that's a because that carried a penalty of death if they caught you with pigeons back in those days.
Yeah, but because I wasn't racing, I only had 2 pigeons in the box.
Oh, right. Hid it under the table.
That was the start of it, virtually. And I had a goat, too.
Oh, right.
And, oh, well, that's the long story anyway. Yeah, but, well, it's in my blood. I had 2 brothers that raced pigeons over there. One was very good, the other one sort of very mediocre. But I've seen the best flyers overseas, and they taught me a hell of a lot, those people. Very, very good. Of course, I'm very devastated to having to get out of pigeons because it's going to be different with air than I'm sure.
Yeah, I was talking to Betty earlier yesterday when I rang up to see where you were, and she was telling me you did definitely want to finish out on a high note and fly this season, but under the circumstances that happened, mate, that it's just foreseen that you can't do it.
No, my hull just deteriorated, and I can't even clean the loft now.
Yeah.
But that's not due. That's not due to the pigeons, is it, John?
No, it's not.
No.
Definitely not.
Because there is a rumour going around that says that you're giving it away because you got pigeon lung.
Well, that's what they call it, but it's not.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, it's part of it is inherited because I had 3 brothers with problems, and 2 of them never had pigeons or birds of any kind. So, but the work, I can't handle it anymore. I just run out of breath, and the dust of the pigeons doesn't help it any.
No.
And that's, the specialist taught me the same. It's not the pigeons aren't the cause of the problem.
No.
He said that they aggravate it with the dust. So that's it.
That's right, yeah.
And that's the reason I got out. If I could handle the work still myself without having to engage Betty, and Betty helps me clean the loft now. And I always said if that comes to that, I'll give it away, but I have to. I just got no choice. So there you go. But David and I, my son, we pulled our best pigeons this year, and I was going to try extremely hard to win 5 sets. I sort of break the record.
Well, the way you're going, I think you would have.
The best bird I've ever seen in my loft at the moment. Fantastic they are, this race team. I said, yeah, they're gonna be able to do it. And I'm helping train David's pigeons because I've got a truck which is separated from the cabin, and I'll leave the truck there. He puts the pigeons in the unit, and I just take them away and let them go. And the way they're going at the moment, I can see, they've got it. They're really going good.
Very good.
So, anyway, there you go.
Now, the first birds that you brought in that you had successes with were the Delbars, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. You couldn't stop them. They left my other pigeons for dead. And I only had a couple of them, so that's when I started with them. They've been very good pigeons, those, the Delbars.
Yeah. But they sort of fell off after, didn't they?
Well, some people are still going all right with
yeah,
them.
some people are, yeah.
I find that my Jansons and the Hobans, they clobber them. But then again, I'm sure a middle distance flyer, I don't care, and I don't fly the long distance. I might have flown it 2 and 3 times in my life, but in fact I've got one fat place at one time in the 500 you wouldn't believe. But other than that, no, I'm not really interested in the distance.
No.
Never have.
You like the sprint racing better, do you?
Oh, yes, yeah. Depends what you call a sprint. See, like the Produce, the one I won, there was 10 hours on the wing.
Yeah.
And that wasn't exactly a sprint. And
No.
pigeon won it fairly comfortable. I was absolutely wrapped with that. Anyway, that pigeon they stole, incidentally.
Oh, yeah. And those birds that did get stolen while we're on that subject, you haven't recovered, have you?
No, I haven't heard a thing, but there's still a minimum of $1,000 reward for it. Anybody, if that leads to anybody that calls me anonymously.
Well, they can call. They can even call us here in the radio station.
Whatever they like. Never will, the name will never be revealed.
No, that's correct.
But it's got to lead to a conviction of the people that have done it.
That's right.
Even if I don't get the birds, because they're properly disposed of it or something, they get the money. If they can convict it, they get the money.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, and we'll encourage that. If somebody has any information on Mr. John Wetering's pigeons, please call us here at 979 FM on 9747 8500, and we'll be gladly pass the information on, and you can stay anonymous. Not a problem.
Yeah, nobody will ever find out.
No.
Who they... But it's got to lead to a conviction.
Yes.
Because there's no good people calling and nothing happens.
No, yeah, well, you got to... Yeah, that's right.
But at this stage, I haven't heard a thing about it.
Now, after the Del Bars, you introduced the Jansons into your lot, didn't you?
That's right.
And that's what you're doing, having the success with at the moment in last year and previous years, isn't it?
Yeah, since they come in 88, they come in, and I've never looked back. I've actually rang Holland a few times at the time because my brother knew Hans Agerkamp very, very well, and sort of advised which ones to go for.
Yeah.
And I did. And, yeah, they've been a gold mine.
Very good. And what line of Jansons were they? What was the family based around? They were from
actually, they go way back. It's the Merricks that was in the family, but the Merricks bred a lot of good pigeons, and James Bond comes through that line.
Okay.
Also, and my pigeons come through that line. And furthermore, the Hussars that David got and put with mine, they're the same line on one side.
Okay, so they've
exactly
got
the same line.
I see what you're saying.
That's where the yellow eye in the Hussars from the Merricks line comes in, and that's why I put them as mine. And I can see this year they're fantastic.
So it blended well with your family.
Oh yeah, they're just they're just. I reckon they click all right. And then the Hobans again. That's
so then you got the Hoobers
and based on the one side to the Jansons also.
That's correct. That's correct. Yes. So that they've crossed in well into that family as well.
Yeah.
So you're saying now you're reluctantly selling all these birds.
Oh, the whole lot's got to go. Everything's got to go. Nothing is coming back.
No. And do you think that people who come to the sale and purchase your birds are going to have the same successes as you did with the birds?
Well, that I couldn't tell you because you can take a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink.
That's right, John.
Yeah.
So, but any information they would like after of me, any time, except in the middle of the night. I'll tell him whatever I want to know. I've got no secrets.
Now, I read in the journal that you're very strict on looking at the behaviour of the pigeons. You're always looking at the behaviour, and that's how you pick out your birds and which birds are going to do well and so forth.
That's right.
So what do you actually look for?
Well, the pigeon has got to see wherever you are in the loft. And you can see on the pigeon, it watches you. But I don't want it flying around. If I go to it, I've got to be able to pick it up. I don't want to bloody race around and trying to catch it. But which at the moment, they're not like that because I've spent very, very little time in the loft now. About 20 minutes in the morning with Betty. We clean the loft and then then I don't go back in there because they're on hopper feeding. So naturally the pigeons aren't used to me now, but normally they're used to me and they just come to me, you know. Some of the hens stay in the box and they spread the tail and you know what they do like. They dance and That's what I like to see.
You like to see that sort of the movement in the lock.
Yeah.
Also, I noticed in that article that John Coate that you bar. You touch the look for bar.
All the people, a couple of bars, they are, they're mucking around and they're busy. What I call busy. They're looking for sticks or whatever to drag around, and they haven't got time to have a bath. They're the sort of pigeons on the day. I think they could go all right. But again, that's only my observation.
That's right. That's your observation. Yeah. But as cutting a long story short, you take it that observation is the key to training the birds.
Oh, definitely, definitely, because I used to stand there in the loft and watch. Just not do anything, just watch them. And I'd pick the pigeons out for the race just
by watching them, yeah.
And then, I go through them and I might knock a couple out, but most of them, they're the ones that go to the race. Just the way they act in the loft. You've got to have busy pigeons, always busy. It's no good.
If they're just
sitting hunched up
that's right,
and all that,
yeah.
Those pigeons are tired.
Something wrong with them, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, in your sale, you've got a lot of top quality pigeons, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people at your sale and will be very enthusiastic in purchasing your birds. What would you consider is the top bird in the sale?
Probably lot 1.
Lot 1?
Yeah.
Which Raymond's got the catalogue here. Can you read that pedigree for us, Raymond?
Lot 1.
23449, the pigeon.
23449,
is it? It's off my...
Blue checker hen...
it's off my imported cock.
Yeah.
And she won a Fenton bred one. That's only what as John Capel said, and he's done a fantastic job for me on the catalogue.
He has.
Magnificent catalogue put together, John.
Best catalogue I've
seen.
What
about the fat places? I said, I don't worry about fat places.
Well, I went back from records from 1962 onward when you started, and I don't think there was a book that I didn't go through that didn't have John Wetering's name in the minor place gettings, right down to when they even brought in the 25 bird place in the Federation. You're still in there.
Yeah, well,
so
I try hard.
No, I know you try hard. Well, the first year you flew, it was 11th fed in the Mathaura hospital race you got.
Yeah, also, the first year I raced, I got a blue-eye cock of Sam Fergie, which Sam Ferguson is dead. I don't know how many people still know him. Yeah. Maybe not many, because I'm getting pretty old too.
Yeah.
And he
young as you feel, John.
Van Gutsen gets cock, 2-year-old. He said he heard his ring. He's no good for racing, but you can breed good pigeons of him.
Yeah.
Anyway, I knew all better already. I thought I did. And I raced that pigeon after about 6 months, and it won the produce in Spring Valley in the club.
There you go.
That's fantastic.
Sam come up to me, he said, well, John, he said in Scottish accent, do you believe me now? I said, I believe you all the way, Sam. But, we young people, I said, we always know better.
Yeah.
But you don't know nothing, these pigeons. And when you think you know the lot...
You don't know the lot,
They turn around and do something totally different. I said, it shows you what you know.
You reckon, John, that if you kept racing that you'd be still learning about them, wouldn't you?
You learn every day. You just listen to other people, and it doesn't mean you got to do what they do, but sometimes they make a lot of sense. And you think, oh, gee, maybe they got a point. And you try something. Yeah. And it works.
Yeah.
John, have you got any of your old original dull bars that you first brought into the country?
Pardon?
You got any of your old original dull bars?
No, they're all gone. The last one they stole, that was the produce.
Oh, they took them, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, bastards.
Yeah, that's right.
So the lot 1, if somebody was lucky enough to purchase lot 1, they'd get a lot of successes out of that bird because it has produced a lot of prodigy, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a damn good hen. They're a really good hen. They actually stole the daughter of it, that one I said.
Really?
Yeah. The Dan of Blue Checker VHO stolen, one first fed VHA Mildura. 2,914 pigeons. It was against with a velocity of 1236.
And I wasn't going to put all the pedigrees in the...
No, I wouldn't have, John. I'll
in the catalogue, but you shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
Because you put the ring number X, you don't put the ring number in and put the youngsters in, and it's all right to say I want a fed.
Yeah.
But people, well, And I wouldn't be any different to say, well, anybody can say I've been a fit.
Mm.
You know, you got no proof of that.
No.
And not only that, some of those pigeons appear in the pedigree or ran. You just got to. You haven't got any choice. It would have killed the whole soul. It's done a lot of damage as it is. But it would have killed everything. So that's why we put them in the end, because first we changed the whole catalogue. And then in the end, I talked to my son, and we said, this is no good. It's got holes everywhere. We'll start from scratch and put everything in like we were going to. So everything is there. There's no secrets there. Everything is there as it is. So they can make up their mind. If they don't want to buy them, well, that's okay. But I can tell you there's some damn good pigeons there.
Yeah.
Well, out of 161 birds there, I don't think there's a bird here that isn't mentioned that's got federation right through and through all of them. You know, it's a damn shame that you're not going to get to race the Prodigy this year to really, stick it up them. Because
great pity. Because those pigeons, if I didn't have any stock pigeons and I started racing, there wouldn't be any of I wouldn't. I'd take any pigeon out of that team and put in stock lot. They are fair dinkum. They're beautiful.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, that's how it goes. So
yeah, well, that's
it's a very sad.
You going to be at the sale, John?
I'll be going. Yes.
Yeah, good. We'll see you there.
I couldn't stay at home.
No, you couldn't stay at home. No.
I just hope I don't sort of go a bit sad because.
Now, if anybody purchases birds, you don't mind them coming up to you and asking you questions, do you?
Look, I've always done this, and I won't change that. If people ask me questions, I tell them whatever I think. Some people might think isn't right, but only that's my only opinion, and that's the way I go by. So, whatever questions they got, they're welcome.
Very good.
Well, what you've done from 1977 up to now, where people ask questions, they should take note because, as I said, the Master Blaster, it speaks for itself. I've counted up 22 first Federation positions on here, and I think you've missed a couple. I think it's about 24 you've got.
Yeah.
But
I thought I had 23, but
no, it's about 20.
The one I put in, I pinched up my son because he won a bet.
Oh, that's all right.
But your son's going to carry on, isn't he? He's carrying on with the rest.
That Stephen Kersey put me on the straight and narrow, and I said, "You haven't got 23, you got 22." So I looked. Yeah. I've even got his medallion. I said, "I've got the medallions there."
Yeah.
He said, "Well, you haven't, you know." I rang him back. I said, "Stephen, my apologies." I said, "It was my son speaking."
So David's carrying on. He's going to keep racing, isn't he?
Oh yeah, I intend to keep an eye on his breeding without going in the lot.
Yeah.
And to see, you know, I tried to stay involved to sort of keep my mind working a bit.
Yeah.
And that's why I at the moment I go tossing with Jeff Stanley, and I put him in my truck just because he's busy.
Yeah.
He races greyhounds.
Yeah.
Incidentally, he got one last night at the Meadows, Medicare.
Oh, good on him.
Oh, I should have talked to you last night. You might have been able to give me a tip.
Yeah, she ran a good race. I watched it on the TV.
Yeah.
But anyway, there you go. So I'm going to try and stay involved. I'm going to stay in Pathfinder. I enjoy it there.
Yeah,
well, that's good.
That's good, John.
Well, we'll be out there next Sunday.
Yeah, we'll come out and see you,
with
John.
With a roving mic, I believe. We're going to do some interviews, so definitely get you to say a few words. And
yeah.
Well,
any time, even if I haven't got pigeon, if you want to talk.
No worries.
We will. We'll get you on.
You're welcome, you know.
If we need some tips or anything like that, we can get you on and you can give our listeners some tips.
Listen, you don't need us to ring you if you feel you want to come on and have a yak to us.
Yeah, you can ring us
by all
anytime.
means. Give us a yell, mate.
Most welcome.
Yep.
All right. What's your phone number?
It's 9747
9747
8500.
8500.
Now,
I might offer the sale.
No worries.
Yeah, you're quite welcome to.
Disappointed or really happy with it, but I'm disappointed at any stage. I don't care what money they make.
Now, I just want to get some of these rumours out the road. Now, most of the birds that your son David took back to his loft they were his birds originally. Is that?
Yeah, that's the Cassars.
Yeah,
David bought them.
Yeah.
For a lot of money, and also Braveheart.
Yeah.
As you know, he pays $5,000 for that.
Yeah.
And he's got that back.
Mm.
So I couldn't sell these pigeons.
No.
I could have, put them all in the sale, but I would have fallen out with my son.
But you see, the rumour...
nothing in the world that would do that.
Now, you know what pigeon racing people are like. There's a lot of knockers out there, and the rumour going around is that most of the good birds have gone to David.
That's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that's what I want to make clear. To stop the rumours. You make it clear on the radio.
Yeah.
That's crap. There is a lot of good birds in this sale, and it's well worth any flyer that's interested in continuing on with the sport to go and visit this sale on Sunday.
David hasn't even got my pigeons.
No,
that's a fact.
Yeah.
Because I got the Jensen and the Hobans. He's got different Hobans than I have.
Yeah, he's got different line.
He's got no Jensens,
No.
or hardly any.
Mm.
He's got all the Cassars.
Mm.
And that's what he wants.
Yeah.
So they're not my pigeons. Just like a stranger, like I bred, putting the best pigeons together, I bred his pigeons and mine, and then when I go ahead, I gave him his pigeons back. So that's
well, that's right. You lend them off him and put them
That's
through your
the same
family.
as one of Neil Macker's, I gave that back.
Yeah.
I gave one back to Alan Markham. They were all in line with my pigeons, and that's how it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do the dirty thing and put them in the sale, but I wouldn't do that. I couldn't live with myself after if I did that. So they're all friends anyway, and I want to stay that way. And that's all I can say.
Yep.
And it's a fair income.
Well, just going by what we're doing, mate, even to buy the race team, birds in the race team, you're going to get the Prodigy, you're going to get stock birds
Yeah, the race team.
future.
I had a look at your catalogue, John, and the race team is, they're better than your stock team, some of them.
It is. That's what I keep telling people.
Yeah, it is, I can see it.
The race team, I would even consider getting rid of all my
stock birds
pigeons and just take them out and start with youngsters.
Yeah.
Because I love racing young birds off young pigeons.
Yeah.
I've always found they fly the best.
Yeah, you think that,
So
that when you breed a bird off a young bird, you get better results.
Yeah. I find that you do. They've got more vigour. They seem to... Sometimes a little bit erratic, but they're bloody good pigeons. They come. And this many pets, many times I drop 2 or 3 pigeons together when I won the fet. So the only clock one, which is a good thing. But the other parents don't get the credit for it. That's the whole thing.
All right, mate, we'll let you go. All the best for the sale, and we'll see you out there. Once again, I've got to thank you very much for coming on the show. Some of your input and wisdom is just unbelievable. And the birds there, mate, we'll definitely be out there next Sunday.
Yeah, and we'll catch up with you, and we'll have a bit of an interview with you, and get a few more tips off you, I think. Yeah.
All right. Anyways, just to finish it off, those scumbags, those thieves that got in the loft.
Yes.
As long as whatever time I got left to live, I'll be looking for them.
Good on you, mate.
All right, mate.
If I ever find them,
we'll be looking for them too.
If I ever find them, the DNA, I'll know every pigeon that goes from the sale, so I know what the parents are.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the DNA of them. And they're going to get it. I'll put smile on the other side of their face.
I hope you get them, and I hope they get what they deserve, because they are the scum of the earth, those people.
They are.
Yeah.
Because luckily, in the pigeon game, people like that are as scarce as hen thieves, because 99% of them, all pigeon blokes, are good people, but you just get these odd ones.
That's right. Yeah, let's
they
spoil
can't,
it.
They can't do any good themselves, so they steal someone else.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go. That's all I got to say.
All right,
No worries,
thanks,
mate.
John. Thanks for being on the program, and we'll catch up with you at the sale on Sunday.
Hope you're helping birds too, mate.
And I'll do it again.
No worries. Look forward to hearing from you,
I
mate.
always enjoy talking pigeons.
No worries.
Thanks, John, and you're welcome to ring us anytime.
Okay.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks,
Okay.
mate.
Bye.
See you later.
That was Mr. John Wetering. I'm giving you a little word to get out there, fellas. There's top birds. Just get a look and have a look at this catalogue. Just the team, the young bird team on itself, from what they've been bred
That's next Sunday,
from.
Ray, isn't it?
Yes, next Sunday the 5th. at the VHA headquarters in Notting Hill. There's not a saying, be there or be square.
We'll be there, and Ray will be giving out autographs, won't you, Ray?
I don't know about bloody autographs.
Anyway, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with you on Pigeon Radio very shortly.
Hello, this is Jamone here for Rad. Do you ever have a couple of drinks and think to yourself, I won't drive tonight, I'm going to have a couple, and I've got the keys in my pocket, but I won't drive. Then you get hammered, and you think to yourself, I'm fine, I can drive, not a worry in the world. And that's really where that joke ends for me, because there's no real punchline, just a set-up. But the message is good, don't drink and drive. So please, don't drink and drive, nothing funny about it.
Serving the community. This is 979 FM.
So, stop the pigeon, 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 stop the pigeon. No pigeon, cat, rabbit, stop the pigeon now!
And welcome back to Pigeon Radio here on 979 FM, and our website address is www.mihci.org, and you can listen to Pigeon Radio live on the internet. And as always, it's the end of the month, and we have Mr. Richard Klingon from the Australian Racing Pigeon Journal online to tell you what's coming up in the Australian Racing Pigeon Journal. Good morning, Richard. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
Good, mate. How are you?
I'm not too bad.
That's good.
I sound a bit like that drunk in the ad early on, don't I?
No.
Very good. Yeah.
How's the weather up there, mate?
It's sort of cold and fairly miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't look good for the birds to be released from King Island today. It's still a bit dirty out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
They'll get over all right. It seems to be calm enough.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's calm enough down this
So
side
they
now.
might get a release today.
Yeah, the wind has gone down. There's no wind or anything. It's nice and quiet.
Really?
Tony will be happy about that.
Yeah.
He's still online, but we'll get him back in a minute.
So, Richard, tell us what's coming up in the latest journal.
Well, especially for Melbourne people, we've two big ones. We have the feature article in the centre by John Capel. It's about Les Fenton.
Oh, good old Les Van Fenton.
Les Van Fenton, and we also have involved in that, we have Keith Van Saggers and we have John Van Shore. Yes.
Very good. The Van 3.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then we have another one. Then we have Michael Portelli turning up as well further down. That's an article Mark Tongue sent in.
Okay. That'd be a good one to read about Michael.
That is a good one,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah.
Very, very successful fancier.
He is. There's another Van, Michael Van Portelli.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And what articles have you got from overseas this month?
We've got quite a few. We've got the third part of Stephen Van Bremen's Hints series. We have a little bit of an intro from Roger Mortvet, who's going to be one of the guests at the do in January or in December. That I talked about last month.
The guy's coming from America. Yep.
Yeah. We have the next part of The Pigeon Racer by S.W.E. Bishop. An excellent article by Wim Peters. We've got a couple of new people turned up here. We've got a guy called Marcel Gortson who's starting off on part one of a series of articles about clean lofts, and it really is a very good article.
Well, that'll be a must for people to read, I say.
And this month, I wouldn't say it's for the first time, but I made one hell of a mistake in this month's magazine. But it's unusual, but it's happened. One of the pages seemed to have flowed out and disappeared altogether.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a short article by Bill Verco, which I will repeat next month.
Okay, no worries.
It's one of those things.
Now, I just want to make something clear to all the listeners. There's a rumour going around that the journal's going to be sold. Now, that's a load of codswallop.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you the thing. We all have enemies and fools, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Yes. I mean, it's definitely not going to be sold.
No.
It's not going to happen.
No, Richard wouldn't do that.
No.
No way known.
If you actually look at if you look at the index page, you will see the assistant editor is my daughter. That is there to
that's
to
Daisy.
ensure continuation.
That's Daisy, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And very good at it. She is.
Yeah, and she does a good job too.
She does. Yes.
Okay, Richard, thanks very much for that information, and we'll speak to you again at the end of next month.
My pleasure.
thanks very much for being on the show.
You have a lovely day.
Thanks, Richard. Bye-bye.
Bye.